Hi, I'm John Byrne with Poets and Quants.
Sandy Greisberg, Le HBS Giroux.
And welcome to another edition of Handicapping Your Elite MBA Odds. We have today a 29-year-old white male.
Interesting case, professional basketball player for a year.
Abroad, not in the U.S.
Yes, okay.
Different there, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
true dat.
Yep.
Who
Then
has now become an expert in analytics, which
Indeed.
John explained to me as what?
Making sense of big data. In other words, how do you interpret it? How do you gather it? How do you actually make sense of it? What does it really mean? So he has a BA in business and psychology from a top 3 UC. It's in, well, I said business and psychology. He was a team captain and leading scorer for his basketball team. Makes sense. He had a 3.4 there. Then he went for a master's in analytics at Northwestern. He has a 3.9 there. His GMAT is 730.
Right.
Interesting work background because after that 1 year playing professional basketball, he did 2 years in an analyst position at a pre-IPO unicorn startup.
Pre-IPO
Unicorn
tech startup.
Right.
So, as I told you before, what do you call that job, John?
Well, if he didn't get stock options or equity, that was a missed opportunity.
That was called unlucky, yes.
Very. And then
he was analyzing the data, and the poets were handling the IPO and
clearly
filling their backpacks with the moolah.
Yeah.
You take the data, I'll take the moolah.
He did not have a lottery ticket. At least that's what we think.
Well, he had a lottery ticket. He didn't win.
And then he's done 2 more years in analytics at one of the big tech companies.
At a FANG company. At a FANG company.
Okay.
Guess what
Translates
does that mean?
to Facebook, Amazon, Netflix, Google.
Right.
So he's at one of those companies.
Right.
Which is a great place to be, obviously, when you're applying to business school in this world.
FANG is good.
In this world of tech. He has some very choice schools to go to: Harvard, MIT, Columbia, NYU. But here's a few curves: London Business School and Oxford. What do you think?
We got a white male. He's 29 years old. He's got below average stats at let's just deal with HBS, okay? He's got a 730 GMAT and a 3.4 GPA. Those are below average. They're particularly below average for white males. So the question becomes...
Yeah, because the median at Harvard is 730, but that's dragged down a bit by underrepresented minorities and special cases.
Yeah, the median
right?
GMAT at Harvard for white males.
What do you think it is? 750?
Yeah, 740. Yeah, 740.
Because you know, the median GMAT today at Chicago Booth is 740. Believe it or not.
You're kidding.
Nope.
Yikers.
Latest class, 740 median. I know.
Have to get this analytics guy on the case. Okay, so he's trying to get invited to the party. He's for a white male, he's a little below average, so the question is, why should we take him? Analytics is a hot area. He's working for a FANG company. Professional basketball is something I'll give, a little bit of a tiny gold star to.
Takes a lot of discipline.
Yeah,
to play at that
and a
level.
lot of talent, and
yeah.
And people like it. And adcoms are sometimes jocks, sometimes not.
And his goal is clean. He wants to work in analytics consulting for McKinsey and BCG.
Yeah. I think his chance,
right.
for sure.
Yeah.
As so often is the case, he's not going to have a hard time getting that job.
No.
He's going to have a hard time getting into the business school. He can get that job after any one of these businesses.
He might be able to get that job now.
For sure he could.
Okay.
For sure he could get that job now.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could make a case. Why not? By the way.
Harvard.
Yeah, I think he's getting in. I think
do.
there's just enough there to tilt it over. So I'm going to call his odds like 35-40%. That's getting in, and that also picks up the possibility of screwing the interview.
And what's making a difference for him is where he works.
FANG and analytics. Hot company, hot area.
Yeah.
And
right.
Yeah, and And the other stuff is cosmetic. There's no doubt with a 730 and a 3.9 GPA as a master's, he's going to not be able to do the work.
No,
that's just beauty contest.
Absolutely. Right. No doubt about it.
So that's Harvard. And then the other
MIT
places,
Sloan.
yeah, they like guys like this. They just like guys who are quanty.
Yep. So you think 40%?
Yeah, he should. Sloan interview process. That's an interesting question, John. How many people does Sloan interview and how many get in? Do you know that?
No. I would say, but I'm going to guess.
60%.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
Right.
So you really got to screw up. It's hard to. The Sloan interview is just a nerd filter, and this guy doesn't sound like a nerd.
No.
Basketball player, etc.
So 40%.
Yeah.
Columbia, same odds.
Yeah, Columbia would go for this guy, and so will the other places.
NYU, London, Oxford, 50. 50 plus.
It's a matter of, at those places, it's kind of like saying, why do you want to come here?
So you have to convince them that you do want to come here.
Right. Yeah. You got to go visit and wag your tail.
And you're not going to hurt their yield numbers.
Yeah. No, I'm serious.
Okay.
Right. No, for those schools, if they sniff out you're using them as a safety, they often put you on the wait list.
Right. So they spare a rejection.
Right.
Right.
Protect their numbers.
All right. So there you have it. We know you're going. You got a great profile. Really some interesting background here in terms of what you've done.
Analytics.
And analytics is super hot.
It's hot. Whatever
So
it
is
means.
Google and Facebook and the rest of the FANG group.
This is Sandy and John's analytics on your case, friend.
This is John Byrne with Poets and Quants.
Sandy is especially known for a deep dive into very tiny data sets. Like, oh, the middle initial of this guy is J. You know, what does that mean?
We'll see you on the road to an MBA. Thank you for watching.
Adios.